Good morning, y'all. Mic check, mic check, mic check. How we doing? Good morning, y'all.
Previously on Kimba TV. You just asking me about a swing fail. The first one forms. The second one is going to always be a higher low. If it really is a swing fail pattern, it won't lose the blank. And I bet a bunch of lions in here could tell you what that blank is. It's golden pocket. There it is, JV.
Five minutes left. Are you ready? All right, you guys ready? 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Hey Blaze says it's about to get nasty. I mean, as nasty as an 84, or do we just have to take the 86.3 long? Do we take the 86.3 long here, or do we wait for this? Might just be a ping. All right, let's get locked in. 30 seconds. God, it's cold in the morning, boy. Let's get it. And don't forget, ES has its own gap. Let's go. 15 seconds, Lions. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Baby GDP. Here we go. Baby. Baby Kachui. Here we go. Here we go. Phase 2, y'all. Kachoya. GDP is at 2.4. That's Gucci Magucci. Unemployment is coming in at 2.24. Kachoya. Final GDP price index coming out. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. Math is math. Here we go. Math is math, chat. Final GDP price index is 2.3. Let's go. Kachoy. XLR says, if data is not good for 84 long, can you chase a short to 76? No, I just told you what the levels are. So here, do you have all of the levels in between, or is that just, you still have the 79? I guess if you got stopped out, you could have entered in the 75786 like Omar. Do you remember all of this from yesterday? 7505, wait for that. If that isn't support, wait for this. So yeah, if 84 long doesn't work, then I would be looking at the next level, Thomas. So yeah, if all the levels break, then sure, 76. Sir Skyrix says, any thoughts about gold? Nothing's really changed, Skyrix. Do you remember the last thing that we talked about with gold? Do you have like a specific question? Um, 3,000 was our TP. Our next level is around 3,120, I think. It was the 1618 extension. Yeah, 3120, I think. We can look at Boo Gammas tomorrow for gold if you want. I've been messing around with some Boo Gammas on gold. I mean, the plan is the same from yesterday. We're going to be watching Kimba box here, you know. So if you remember, we were talking about, you know, wait for this. That's your stop loss, you know. But if you rewind, what you're going to notice is we're getting a very simple value area high, value area low settlement play. So within this context, you want to bounce from here, turn that bitch into support, and then we're good. And then again, that's the same exact thing that we talked about with this from yesterday. So if this doesn't hold, then since settlement is below value area low, it would be really bearish. So we would be looking at 84 next. Okay, because this already got swept. This is a good low. So if this doesn't hold, then we're looking at this next. And then that's where the CME single print is. Yeah, so, and then the only real finessing that you have to do is it's 18 minutes until RTH open, right? And you've got GDP today. So do you want to wait for another 18 minutes or you're going to take it before? That's really the only thing you have to think about. Invalidation is clear. So if you're really bullish and you wanted to take a long and you fucked up that swing fail long yesterday, then you're getting your chance today. So try to think about structural edge. Try to think about open interest. Obviously, don't put blind limits. You either know what you're doing or you don't. All right. So, yeah, that's about it, Chris. But you got 16 minutes. Rookie Bazuki says 400 milligrams is a safe dose. It's probably too high. So not only is the value area high and the golden pocket going to be like a no-brainer TP that a lot of people are going to TP at, but eventually the point of control needs to get turned into support. And I'm not only talking about this one, but I'm also talking about this one and that one. So, yeah, man. Castillo says, what happens if we don't hold? Then it doesn't hold. What do you mean? I still have my Big Daddy short open. You know, but in total, I'm averaging between 15 and 20 on each sub account. So I think I'm around like 140, 150 Bitcoin long. Yeah, but we get stopped out in tiny profit. That's it. We're not going to cry about it. Yeah, but this is like day-to-day stuff, you know what I mean? Like if we were going to be scalping, this is exactly what you would see. But once I start scalping, you guys might not have the opportunity to be like, oh shit, I was not, paying attention to S&P Gap. Oh shit, like I wasn't really thinking about S&P Confluence that much. Oh shit, I didn't pay attention to the Boogammas yesterday. Triple J says got stopped out on the first try entry. Okay, Triple J. And actually, anybody else, how many people put blind limits in even though they weren't supposed to, but got stopped out and did not re-enter or got left at the train station? It's okay if you did, but there's like easy things that we can correct with that. Fibception, okay. So what happened? You put blind limits at the 7.5, stop loss on lower low, and it was just a pa-pink. Boy, I got in on the 7.5 and put stop loss way too early. So that's okay, Fibception. You technically did the right thing. You did basic strategy. I would just hope that you can evolve and, place and build upon that basic strategy. So there's a couple of things that I want you to think about for a second, Fibception. Do you understand that the stop loss on the lower low, that's basic strategy, and everyone, including Mario, including Sato, would know to do that? Like, I want you to be thinking about it from what would be obvious and what like everybody would be doing. Because every time you go into a trade, you want to be thinking about, okay, this is basic strategy. This is what you're supposed to do. How many people might be doing that? And everything is synergistic. You might not be thinking about that as much. You might be thinking more about, okay, I saw what ES wanted to do yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and let it close this gap. Okay? You might just be like me, and you might be really prioritizing S&P Confluence. All right. Yes, but I did ATR on the low, so I got stopped out in tiny P. Gotcha, Fibception. Okay, so no worries, no worries. So just a couple of things that I will tell you that I was thinking about during this whole process, and then you can tell me which ones you think would be worthy of you adopting moving forward for your next try. There's higher time frame concepts, Fibception, like if you're going to get into a long, don't you want all the longs to get stopped out? Fibception. If you're going to get into a short, don't you want all the shorts to get stopped out? You know that, right? You know that idea? If you're going to get into a long, don't you want to see bottom shorts coming in? You understand all of that, right? Now, you need to pair that with actually understanding where everybody would get stopped out. Like, take it a step further. Don't just memorize shit. Really understand it. You know that if you're going to take a long, you want everybody, all the longs to get stopped out, and you want bottom shorts to come in, right? So how and where could bottom shorts come in? How and where could longs get stopped out? So that lower low is kind of you got to at least be careful not to get got, right? And do we not always talk about, I don't give a shit if you have pixel perfect bottom or you get in later, okay? But the objective is to not get got, right? Lower low, it's obvious now when you say it, got you, yes, right? So that's something to think about moving forward, okay? It might not be a lower low next time, Fibception. It might be a failed auction, or it might be a 3 drives. But the whole objective, the way that you want to have your mentality going into a level is you don't get got. Forget trying to get into a trade. You're trying to get into a position. Your main objective should be to not get got. So if you're thinking to yourself, okay, I want to take a long, all right, how many times have you seen me be so fucking conservative that I'll miss a lot of trades, right? This is one of those where my conservativeness like gave me amazing entry. And actually, it's not even, you guys have better entries than I do, all right? Let's talk about a couple of other things, Fibception. This is the level of interest, right? The value area low, okay? You know that the first candle will usually arrive, okay? The second one usually does what? Stops everybody out. And then the third one is a higher low structure, right? So where did you see my entry? My entry is value area low. I don't know if you heard me say it, brother, but I said some people are going to wait for here and they're going to let this form. And we spent a lot of time here. You had about 40 minutes total at value area low while it passed through, and it did a bullish retest. All right. So there's a couple of things. One is 30-minute candle closes. You could have just been patient and been like, okay, Kimba said we can't lose value area low. Let's see if there's a 30-minute candle close below value area low. That could have been your invalidation, right? You could have been paying attention to the 30-minute structure. So you know that you don't have to be the what? The first guy down the zombie-infested hallway. So in a way, like you were walking point, I saw you get gobbled up by a zombie. I turned around. I said, nope, get the fuck out. We're not going down this hallway. And then I escaped out of the building. Do you need to see my entry or no? But you know where I entered, right? Fibception says, I did think about it. That's why I put it lower than low, but I still could have executed better, much better. I think you actually did pretty well. You just got stopped out in tiny profit, right? So I think you did fine. like there was somebody else that was saying, I'm going to close my long here. It's looking really bad. And I said, what? What do you mean? So maybe there was something some of you guys saw at the point of control that you didn't like, but this looks really good. Fibception says, thank you, brother. No need. I think we had the same entry. I just moved into profit too early. Most likely. Yep. Yeah. So that's okay. 5-minute structure change exactly. Now, this is 5-minute candle structure, okay? Can you tell me where the local high was? So if you wanted to go by the book, brother, technically you have just now gotten mathematical permission to put your stop loss at break even. So that's your 5-minute structure change. It was all the way up here, right? So, yeah, you could take 87.5, but I mean, it would be even okay to do this right here, the 87.60 or whatever. So either way, the point would be, Fibception, that if you really, really wanted to play it by the book or give yourself the highest probability of success, then the book would say that you moved it too early. But there's no right or wrong, you know? And maybe, alrighty. Thomas says, did you get stopped on the BTC short? Thomas, I showed my Blowfin and KCEX positions. The only short that I have running, and I showed all this like I always do, so it's all in the rewind, but I still have the MEXC short open, Thomas. All of my other shorter time frame shorts, like from 88.5, all of those are closed. I might say pixel perfect bottom, and I'm in longs now. Do you know on average, like I might show a 15 Bitcoin long. I think I showed a 15 and a 17.5, but do you know how many accounts I have on what the average size is? Do you know how big my long is in total aggregate? It's all there in the rewind if you want to get caught up, Thomas. But all the 88.5 stuff, I already closed it, and we're all, like, I'm in longs. So I'm in close to like 142, 150 on the long. And it's 15 to 20 Bitcoin size is the average per account. I'm sorry I'm a bit behind. No worries. It's all there, though, if you want to rewind and see. Yeah. You good with the eye? Hey, you got to be careful with the eye, man. Yeah. Did you, were you here in the morning? Oh my God. Were you not here in the morning? Do I need to give you like a more comprehensive recap? You were here at the start? Okay. So you know about the scalp long. The only short I have open is the MEXC and the tap bit. So nothing has changed. But if you're asking me about the 885 short, yep, that's all done. Do you know what we're looking for right now? Like in the last 30 minutes, last hour? S&P holding 7.5. That was my last tolerance right there, bro. I have like a really nice long from here because I basically market smashed and got into longs right after it tapped the gap. So my entry is really close to the 914. I have 5. I don't know what the average is, but I have 5 orders from right around 914. So I said I would tolerate 7.5. We're seeing the 7.5 to 0.5 rotation. Obviously, whether it does it without or with, I need the golden pocket to be support. This is all looking amazing, though. So I hope I get away with this S&P long, bro. Because I rarely take S&P scalps, and you know it's when like I really am feeling it. And I showed up fucking hella early for GDP, man. I hope I can get away with it, but yeah, so 7505, that's easy. What I really need to see is the golden pocket being turned into support, so frick. If I can see that, then I have survived, you know, today, at least the RTH portion of the day. So, Gucci Romo, you good? Blink John says, I wanted to nuke. I also wanted to pump. No, I feel you. I mean, I would love the 70K long. Holy shit. I still dream about a 68K long. I don't know about you guys, but I still haven't given up on the 6870. Now, that being said, yeah, I mean, as long as structure is like this and open interest is opening where it is and it's, trapping these fuckers and S&P looks like this, then we're going to always, have a shot to keep, structure and keep going up. So I won't be afraid to long, whether it's 76, 80, it doesn't necessarily have to go to 65 or 66. You know what I mean? But goddamn, can you imagine a 66 long to 130? Holy fuck. That would be generational juice. Yeah, but and 92 is going to be the big line, the 91.5. That's that value area low for that previous range. So that's going to be really exciting too. Yeah, so but yeah, don't it's everything, especially this the Bitcoin one isn't looking so bad, but the S&P one yeah, fuck. Gotcha. JV says, I have short from the 8A6 and long from the A62. Nice. Sick James, you good? Gucci Romo, you good? Gucci says, I want 70K so bad. Fuck, bro. Don't say that because then we're not going to get it. We're ready if it gives it to us, but let's not just be waiting for that shit. Anything you want to talk about? Like, yeah, things haven't changed because the data hasn't changed. But if I'm not here and I can't babysit you through a little bit of a change in open interest or CVD divergence forming, you got to be able to see it and call it yourself. Is there anything that you want to anticipate with me? So you know that the only thing that's coming up is a 89 short. And I don't think 89 is even a good short, to be honest. You know that the 91.5 on CME is a lot better, right? But that being said, I have the bad high, right? Supposedly, douchebag, scumbag Steve said it was fire gas, but it was really oregano. That's a bad high. Right? Fire gas, but really oregano, that's a bad high. And then I also have the next sort of weakness defined. So that $400 zone is like what you're looking for. Does it clean and go, or does it actually spend time and build value? Then we're going to head up to the 91.5, 92. And that's where I think a better short would be. Okay, but it's up to you level by level. Coke Zero says, bro, we got away with it. Don't fucking say that to me, because then we don't. We didn't get away with it. Cypher June. Let's go, Cypher June. We juicing or we mathing? We're doing both, yeah? All that singing of leave me alone. I'm sitting here thinking that the auto-tune singing kept them away, but it was probably thinking that the beautiful singing earned my mercy, but it was probably the market makers going, what the fuck is that dying animal crying about? And they just said, fuck it, dude. Let's not go lower than 7.5. Husey says, man, I feel exhausted today, man. Low energy as fuck. Hey, that's okay. I'm giving y'all my best. Do you remember how tired I sounded in the morning? Dude, I'm in 41 minutes. I'm ending the stream. I'm dipping out at U.S. market close. I'm giving you guys my very, very best up until the end, and then I'm out of here, man. Yeah, but it's all good. Let's go, Houston. You juicing? I bet it's gonna be really exciting when your shit shows up today and tomorrow. I bet you're gonna be real excited when those screws show up later today. Yeah. Have you been get yourself something to drink or hype up? Happy 420 says, wow, Thursdays are always sleep deprived. I mean, that's the way it should be, though. You know, if you're not exhausted on Thursday, what the fuck is you doing? You're not trying your best. So, yeah, this is for Friday, but don't forget now. Don't forget now. Don't forget, Lions. Yeah, you should feel exhausted on Thursday. And then Friday is like, dude, I don't think I can do it, but I'm giving it everything I got type of shit, you know? Did you know that when you feel like you don't have enough to give, you're at like you have 60% left or something like that? Right when you want to give up, you feel like you have to give up, you still have 60% left. Can't hear shit? Oh, my bad. Every time I move away, man. Sorry about that. I was just saying, Canvas, thank you for the kind words, brother. You have any questions before I dip out? I'll be here early again for PCE tomorrow. Because, you know, exactly of what we talked about in the mornings. ES didn't close. We got pretty close, but I wanted it to be making a higher high. If you had done that, then I would have slept in an extra hour longer, but yeah, point of control, that's okay. That's okay. But 91.5, 92 on CME, looking really good. Before that level, obviously, that's the sort of derivative funkiness. But I don't know if you guys saw, but especially on this drop, the CME level was way more respected than the derivative. So just something to think about when you're starting to approach that level and you're thinking about TPing longs or shorts. The CME level is probably a little bit more reliable, but you guys do you though. All right. Well, 20 more minutes until Thursday is done. Let me know if you guys have any last minute questions. Nice planning, I think. I think we did pretty good. All right. A kind of a goofy, wild ride from Monday through Wednesday. All right. But at the end of it, the data is the data. The math is the math. Close the smaller time frame shorts. We went long. And lots of stuff to kind of juice on too. Things like you don't need to be the first candle. You want to use the idea of where people and basic strategy is going to dictate that they're going to get stopped out. Because if you're looking for a short, you want longs to get stopped out. If you're looking for shorts, you want shorts to get stopped out. If you're looking for longs, you want bottom shorts to open. If you're looking for shorts, you want top longs to open. So this is, especially if you've been in the game for a long time, this is one of those things where everything kind of worked out. S&P confluence. I mean, even the shit like 30-minute candle closes are so important, and being able to get pixel perfect value area low. This in and of itself is a lesson, you know, value area high, value area low. Where's the settlement? And each one has like its own invalidations and plays to go with. So understanding this, understanding structure, understanding sweeps, understanding being able to look at open interest. So longs getting stopped out, shorts getting stopped out, seeing the shorts open, all that shit. Yeah, so lots of, and most of the time it's not that easy. So when it, you know, plays out like that, pretty cool. We did the right thing and we shaved a good chunk at value area high. We still have a little bit, not a little bit, a good chunk running for higher highs. We know where the bad highs are. We know where the level of interest is. We know where the point control is. So we know where the value area high is, value area low. Obviously, these things are going to change in about 18 minutes, or it won't be as relevant. So you got Macaulay Culkin in an hour and 20. Berbeezy says, unfortunately, I won't be here for too long tomorrow. That's okay, Berbeezy. One fucking Friday isn't going to hurt you. Berbeezy, you've been here long enough to know, yes, is there a small chance that you might miss out on some really nice entries? Yeah, but what would you say? 70%, 75%, 80% of the time, Monday is what you don't want to miss. So nothing, you're not going to miss that much. And if you really, really wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to take a trade, you can always set alerts, $300, $400, $500 before a level and see what it do. If you really want to play the swing fail, just do this, bro. Do this, add alert, and do once per bar close, and do crossing down. And so on the 30-minute, the alarm will go off if there's a 30-minute candle close. Create. And so if there is a swing fail opportunity, now you can be alerted. And until then, go do whatever you need to do and lock in doing something else. All right? If you want to be alerted when it's going like this instead of when the 30-minute candle does this, then you need to change the terms. But if you don't want to be bothered if it's fucking doing this because you don't want to FOMO and the only thing you care about is maybe a 30-minute or 15-minute candle close, then set those parameters and be ready to roll. If you go up there and if the price goes up there and the alarm goes off, and so it's been a 30-minute candle close and it did indeed close below, okay? What are you going to look at next? Maybe EXO. Right? Are there any longs trapped? What happened? Did the shorts all get fucked? Especially, which shorts would you be looking at that might be underwater? Wouldn't it be the OKEX and the Binance shorts? Do you see them? I'm not saying they have to get squeezed, by the way. So if I would say that it would be as simple as if bulls can't hold the golden pocket, Macaulay doesn't count. You guys know that. But if bulls can't change structure, if bulls can't make a higher high, if they can't hold golden pocket, then why would the math of a higher high come into play? It wouldn't, in my opinion. So, and we've been here before, where it was a Thursday or Friday. We thought it was going to do some Gucci shit. We thought it was going to give us a really nice generational long or short. And it was a lot better to just wait for Monday. So we'll still take shots, but I wouldn't be too worried about missing tomorrow or, the weekend. But I would definitely be here for Monday. Kachoy Berbeezy. Shout out Berbeezy. All right, let's start the outro shit. I got to get out of here. Happy Thursday, Lions! Not a goodbye. Never a goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Just a see ya later. Let's get after it, man. The math is the math. It's fudging. It's a kachaya! Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Lions, I'm rooting for you guys. Stay safe. I'm going to miss you, but I'll see you guys in like 13 hours. All right? Bright and early. Let's get after it. You know what it is. We already figured out the value levels, the settlement, roughly. Okay? So that should already kind of give you a good idea. We already know the levels that are interesting for some possible scalp shorts. We know where retraces could be or how low we would potentially want to go. Cough, cough right here on the long. So you guys are the best. Let's get after it. The math is the math. The juice is the juice. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, everybody. Don't do that. Don't do that thing. Kachoy. Bugatti. He reaving.